Nigel Farage joins us right now from the beautiful state of Queensland, the Gold Coast to be specific, because he's come out of the jungle. It's been too long. Now, I thought you were going to come out with a beard like mine, but alas, you've spent what? Look how thin you are, by the way. Crocky, how much did you lose, mate?
Only 3 kilograms. And that's because I lost fat and put on muscle. Because I tell you what, in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, you have to carry firewood, you have to carry water. And 3 weeks, 23 nights I was in there, no tea, no coffee, no grog. I mean, it's the biggest detox I've ever been on. I've lost about 10 years, I think, in my appearance. I'm feeling fitter and stronger than ever before.
You look great. Now, I love the moment where you were able to I don't think they'll pay me £1.5 million, but if you can put a word in for me, that'd be great. Now, let's talk here about, I love the moment when you got to reunite with your daughter, and there was a whole conversation that was happening in the UK while you were in there about how stoic you were, and there were all these other people sort of blowing up that you weren't emotional enough. Like, stiff upper lip, and there's a camera there, right? You're not about to go blubbing. But I wanted to ask you this. As a man who is obviously very aware of television, the joy of television, very clever to go and talk to a whole bunch of people who normally wouldn't see you on, say, GB News or see you on the internet, and they would start to hear a different message. And we know younger people are actually quite open to the message that we talk about. And frankly, you know, the conversation we have is the new punk. It's the countercultural right now. But of all of those things, how conscious are you about the camera? And did you know when moments are happening in the jungle, that's going to be the big one on tomorrow night's show?
Well, look, I mean, I was being filmed 24/7, literally 24/7. There were cameras on me. When I did my trials, whether it was being, locked underground with 20 snakes on me, or eating or drinking the most repulsive things you can even imagine, or having 50 rats running around my head, I showed no emotion whatsoever. Maybe I'd have made better television if I'd screamed a bit, but I thought if I externalise fear, I might start to internalise fear. So I went for the old-fashioned British stiff upper lip, expressionless, no emotion, but I did get my shirt off. I did sing I'm too sexy for my shirt. And the story that's really hit the UK newspapers is pictures of my bare backside. Quite why that's become a new media sensation, I have no idea. But I certainly wasn't shy in my jungle.
It was good to see. Now, I'll talk about the politics stuff in a second. But again, people are strategic when they do these shows, and rightly so. And we talked about the fact that there was inevitably going to be a conversation about Brexit or boats or, the type of governments that we have, and people sitting around watching on ITV in the UK, commercial television, they'll start to see stuff that they don't see in other places. But I want to know about if anyone kind of changed you a little bit. Something someone said that maybe you started to take on, okay, that's how you communicate with people of a certain age or a different persuasion, because part of becoming the leader that you have is to be perceptive. So what messages did you get back from the people in the jungle rather than just the conversations you had?
So I was there with 11 people, 2 of them famous sporting celebrities, the other 9 all from the worlds of pop music, soap operas, social media influencers. I was double the age of nearly half the camp that were there, and I came from the other side of the line. I came from politics, current affairs. One thing that I did learn from that group of much younger people is that you somehow need, in the social media conversation with that younger generation, to use a different kind of language. It's almost like tech speak. The kind of vocabulary that we use in everyday life is not what the kids do anymore. The vocabulary is narrowed to such an incredible degree that there is a danger of using words that no one's ever heard of. So KISS, keep it simple, stupid, was reinforced in a really, really big way. But you know what? I reached, by doing this show and by getting to the final, right to the end, I reached millions of people who don't normally engage with politics, don't normally engage with political debate. And I think, to be honest with you, I think I achieved my goal.
I think so too, which brings me to the obvious question that you won't answer, which is, what do you do with this political capital? Are you thinking about going via Team Blue, creating your own team, because obviously, as you know, while you were in, there was this disgraceful series of U-turns by the Conservative government. I don't know who they're trying to appeal to anymore, but as we've talked about before, first past the post, you've got to go with some strength. So, what's next?
Well, look, I'm a great believer, having spent 20 years working in financial markets, that when a share price is collapsing, you have to wait for the right buying opportunity. I have a feeling that the share price of the British Conservative Party is nowhere near the bottom of this cycle. Rishi Sunak may well lose a vote tomorrow that's virtually a confidence vote. They are headed for electoral disaster next time round. And you know what? They absolutely, thoroughly and totally deserve it. I will, for this moment in time, keep my cards very close to my chest, but never say never.
Good man, and make sure you keep them even closer than normal, because if you don't have a shirt on, we can see where those cards are. Nigel, congratulations on what you did. It was very entertaining. It was awesome to see. Good to see you having a pint with the boys who like to watch this show as well as love you on the GC, and all the best, mate. You look $1 million. So, look, if you want to break the detox tonight, we'll understand.
Gotcha.